E.N.D here. Artifacts are a core part of Magic the Gathering, offering versatile tools usable in any deck. Among these, equipment stand out as iconic, representing weapons and relics that enhance creatures in play. First introduced in the original Meridian block, artifact equipment brought the equip and attach mechanic, allowing players to equip or attach powerful artifacts like swords and other weapons to creatures for strategic benefit. Equip is an activated ability found on equipment cards. It can only be activated at sorcery speed, meaning during your main phases when this deck is empty. To equip, you pay the equip cost and target a creature you control. The equipment then becomes attached to that creature. If the creature leaves the battlefield or becomes an illegal target before the equip resolves, the equipment stays unattached. On the other hand, attach is a broader term that refers to moving an equipment onto a creature without necessarily paying the equip cost. It can happen through card effects, abilities, or spells. Attaching does not follow the rules of equip, so it can happen at instant speed. No target is required for attach unless specified, meaning it can bypass protection or shroud. But how do you play equip versus attach? Equip. Let's build our battlefield. Let's put 2 Overlord in place. And let's cast Sword of Fire and Ice. 3 generic mana. Equip for 2 generic mana. Any spell that has the equip mechanic, it's a normal artifact spell. Therefore, when casted, it will go in this deck. There can be a counter, there can be a response, nothing happens, and my Sword of Fire and Ice will hit the battlefield. Once my Sword of Fire and Ice is on the battlefield, I can pay its equip cost of 2 generic mana and equip it to one of my creatures, but only at sorcery speed. This means I can do it during my main phases when this deck is empty. I cannot equip during other phases, such as during combat or my opponent's turn, unless I have a card that allows me to do so, like Leonin Shikari. I will pay the 2 generic mana and attach my Sword of Fire and Ice to my Overlord of the Hound Woods. I can always pay another 2 generic mana to move my sword to a different creature I control whenever I want during my main phases at sorcery speed. Here's a pro tip. If an opponent gains control of my equipped creature, let's say casting an Agent of Treachery, the equipment will stay equipped and moved with the creature. However, your opponent does not gain control of the equipment itself, which means they cannot re-equip it to one of their creatures. During your main phases, you can pay the equip cost to move the sword back to one of your creatures. Attach. Let's again build our battlefield and let's put 2 different creatures in play, a Darksteel Colossus and a Platinum Angel. And let's cast Cranial Plating. Cranial Plating, 2 generic mana. Equip for 1. 2 black mana, attach Cranial Plating to a target creature you control. Any spell, any artifact with attach, it's a normal artifact spell, therefore when casted, it will go on this deck. There can be a counter, there can be a response, nothing happens, and my Cranial Plating will hit the battlefield. Once my Cranial Plating is on the battlefield, I can pay its equip cost of 1 generic mana to equip it to one of my creatures. And that's what I'm going to do. Pay 1 and attach it to my Platinum Angel. It's my attacking phase and I will swing with both of my creatures. Now, because Cranial Plating has the ability to pay 2 black mana to attach it to a target creature, I can move it to my Darksteel Colossus in mid-combat. I will pay 2 black mana and move my Cranial Plating on my Darksteel Colossus in mid-combat. This works because unlike the equip ability, attach can be activated at instant speed, allowing me to shift my Cranial Plating during the combat phase for maximum impact. Some notes. Equip is an activated ability on equipment cards. Equip only at sorcery speed. Equip requires targeting a creature you control. Equip requires paying an equip cost. On the other hand, attach can happen through card effects, spells, or abilities. Attach can happen at instant speed. Attach doesn't always require targeting. So that's how you play equipment versus attach. Don't confuse them. And as always, subscribe for my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world. I'm out.